Example interview questions. Hi, hello. I'm back with a very interesting company interview questions, that is example, and it's really yeah, I know. It's like nobody will give the interview questions of this company. Yeah, I'm back with an example interview questions. Yeah, let us discuss what are the questions uh, discussed in a round one. So in the round one, it was short and sweet. I can say it was scheduled for 30 minutes, and it is ended up within the 30 minutes only. So yeah, this is a short and sweetest round, and also yeah, this is ever shortest round that I have attended. 30 minutes. Yeah. So first, he didn't ask anything about introduction and all. So I think he was referring my resume already. So first he saw that I'm a, I worked for a manual testing. So he just triggered the question, scenario based only. How do you handle a critical bug discovered just before release? So this is the scenario based question. So you have to say how you have gone through. Ever have you ever gone through this situation? And if not, also you should say what you will gonna do. And um, if uh, if you have gone through, well and good, so you can explain the same. Or else, yeah, according to me, you should say no, I have not gone through. That's the best answer. But it's up to you. If you say yes also, but you should know, you must know how to handle the situation, how to nail the answer. You must know. So next, yeah. Before that, yeah, I told it's no, and I have not come across like this scenario. So I just told no. But if I got the bug just before the release, I told that I'm going to reproduce in a lower environments with the proper data and all. So if that is still it is getting reproduced means, then I'll just check for the severity and the purity, and I'll take a deep dive, and I'll take a root analysis. So I just explained in this way. And if you see if it is something like environment or cache issue, uh, so how can we revert this? So this is all I just told. I just explained for this question. The problem here is in this question you must say how you gonna tackle this, and how you gonna communicate with the people, how you gonna convince the people. So you must know, and you must know the differentiation between the severities, priorities, and how you gonna prioritize. So these are the facts that's gonna judge in this single question. So be careful while answering the scenario based question. We'll move on to the next. So yeah, straight away he asked me to open the enter and asked me to program to write, convert uppercase to lowercase. Yeah, Java program. Yeah, casing the this is the topic of casing. So yeah, this is the second question. Next also, find the second largest number in an array using Java. This is also a programming concept. Yeah. In the given array, we have to find the second largest, not first largest, second largest number. So you can use the looping concepts for this, and you can find. And this is also simple and straightforward question. So next is oops concept. So it's real example. So he directly asked, "Oh, what do you mean by oops concept?" So you have to you should not tell as an experience. You should tell in such a way, oops, why we need oops, and where we are gonna implement, and using this oops, how easily, and how um, how we are gonna use this, utilize, and yeah, in such a way you have to answer to this question. So you cannot simply say hoops is this, and we have class polymorphism encapsulation. You cannot directly just say. You have to take a you have to initialize by saying why hoops, how you are going to use hoops, and what are the benefits. Then you can explain the hoops concepts, what are that we have. We have class, object, encapsulation, polymorphism, and so many things. So these are the things you have to explain with the examples also. So if you see the real examples, that also works. Okay. So this is about OOPS concept. Next question is describe your test automation framework and its components. So in this question, you have to answer what are the frameworks that you are gonna maintain in your current company. So you have to explain step by step. So what are the steps? What are the files that you are gonna use, and how frequently you are going to enhance that. Everything you should say, explaining step by step. And do while explaining the frameworks, many people will do the same mistake. They won't answer in a very organized way. So while at least while answering this framework question, you must script, and you must enhance your answers, and also you must say what is you must be having some plan, what you must explain first, and how you gonna connect the each steps of the frameworks, so that you must know. So please prepare for this particular question. It's very 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 important. It will show that entire experience and entire work what you are doing in your current organization from this one question only. So next is straight away he went for X parts. So he asked actually multiple X parts that I couldn't remember now also. So he went for a flip card, and he told to inspect some of the elements first for a login and adding to the card. And it's like right, there are multiple techniques in the X1. So almost all the topics are covered, all the techniques are covered while asking the questions. So that's why I can't remember the exact questions what he asked. So these are the round one questions that I got. So it's ended up with 30 minutes. This much questions. Yeah. After my round was ended in Friday mid. I got a call on Tuesday saying that I am that I am qualified for the next week. So round two was scheduled for Wednesday. So round two is a huge comparatively when compared to round one. So round two I got so many questions triggered. So yeah, we'll explain one by one. So please do watch till the end. So only you get the questions and answers and the explanation. So you can think, you can just by seeing the questions you can believe, but I'm just telling my experiences and what are the things I have learned from the interview. So you're gonna get it if you watch till the end only. So round two straight away he asked, he asked actually introduction in this round, then API. So he just dived into the API. So he asked actually, so validate a API, your payload, and explain your approach. He actually passed me some inputs, some payload actually. It's a response payload. So he told me to validate what are the things you're gonna validate from this. So yeah, I just told first first I'll just highlight these things: status codes, status message, and the response time, and what are the headers. So headers we have to validate against the what this payload. So likewise, you have to answer. I mean, you have to start up with these things, and the approach that he asked, like, why he asked about approaches, like he sent me a payload that is chained API method. So how you gonna use it, and what are the how you gonna what are the basically you want me to see that's the linked chain APIs, how I gonna validate. So chain APIs are nothing but one input, one payload's input, one output of one payload is input to the another payload. So basically this is the concept. So you have to explain in by remembering this concept, and you have to analyze, and you should say the answer. Yeah, this is also this may be a bit difficult, but it's okay. You can take your time and you can answer it, because chain APIs and all most frequently nobody uses that much, but still you know this concept means it's well and good. So you can take your time and you can analyze it. Explain. Next question is the explain commonly used Git commands and branching strategies. Yeah, this is very important questions in an interview point of view. So be careful. You have to know the Git commands. Just by heart it. What are the commands that? Yeah, I know. I understood. Even though if you use daily use also, we may forget some commands which are important. So better to have handy. I mean, better to have noted. I mean, better to have a by head of some of the commands which we daily often use. Also, we have to come across some of the comments. The at least you should have some knowledge. If we forget, or if that is highlighted from interview, we should be able to tell them why we are gonna use this comment. By entering this comment, what the actions will be performed. So this much you must be thoroughly prepared. So branching strategies, as we know, we will be working for many environments. So how you gonna manage the branchings? So branching strategies also is very important. The field will be very particular about these things. So be careful and prepare well for the branching strategies. Branching strategies questions will be very rare. Field will be concentrating more. So next, write a Java program to convert upper to lower case. This is and vice versa. Yeah, and this is just something similar to the previous round question. Yeah, you can see the example. He just gave the input like this, and he wanted me to convert. He wanted the output to this type. Yeah, uppercase casing program is this. Okay, explain how Jenkins integrated into a CI/CD pipeline. So this is also yeah, these are all very rare questions nowadays. But still, if you know, at least you must know some basics to answer this. So basics are enough. You won't get to handle the pipelines and all. But still, if you know the knowledge and if you tell something, it's well and good. So next is write and expand to locate specific menu element on a web page. Yeah, expands. If you are attending Selenium, Java, Selenium automation interviews, expand is mandatory. So you just thoroughly prepare for all of the expand strategies. You must know. I know in some of the interviews, even I failed to just to inspect some text also. So I know if you are good at while practicing also in front of interviewer, it may fail. So just thoroughly prepare. Just try to just practice express in such a way. Whatever the elements you just see on the website, you just do inspect and select. Likewise, you just practice it. So this is very, very, very important. So describe how to switch between frames with a practical scenario. So first the question will be like, have you come across this scenario? Like that the frames questions will be start usually. So you won't get direct question for the frames. So what is the method that you will use to switch the frame? The answer is only one, but still you have to tell what are the scenario that you faced and how you gonna tackle the n number of frames. Likewise, you have to tell them with the practical scenario. If any frames is having in your project, so that so you're gonna how you are tackling it. You must say this all for this questions. Next one is the difference between CSS and XPath. Yeah, this is also important. One of the important question. Not much, but one of the important question. You know, right? XPath is very easy and very comfortable to us when compared to CSS selector. There is some difference between these two. So you can just tell those things for this question. It's a straightforward question. How many testers in your team and how work is distributed? Yeah, this is also is one of the important question. Really, so many people in so many interviews can ask. So by this question, they'll get to know what is your position and where you are. Likewise, they'll judge. Next is explain page factor in Selenium and its notations. So we have something called page factory, a way we are going to use and how we want to implement. Just in one single question, you must explain this all. And we have some annotations before method, after method, before this, after this, before soon, after soon. Everything you should say and you should explain each of the things. So next is what is the purpose of construction in page factory? Yeah, this is pure core questions. So you can just say what is the role of that constructor and why we are using initializing the constructor. So you must say everything by giving the examples only. So without constructor, what happens? With constructor, what we are getting benefit, that you must say, and you must clarify the things. You must communicate well actually. If you know the concepts also, sometimes you fail to just express the things. So just have in a mind, just have it. So these many blindly don't learn anything, don't buy at anything. Just why we are doing it and what is the use of this by adding this. Just go for it and just learn and just crack the interview. That's all for the day. This is all about the interview questions. Thank you for watching till the end of the video. Please do support, follow, share, subscribe. It may help for some people also if you share for your friends. Thank you so much.